Now let's talk about Game Gen program expectations. So all students are expected to conduct themselves in a manner that is consistent with our program. They are expected to perform the following as part of their participation at Game Gen. So number one is maintain a good attitude and promote a positive image of Game Gen. Contribute to an environment in which a student can do their best work, either yourself or your fellow students. Be on time and consistent in attendance. This is great for Game Gen, but also as a professional who wants to get into the industry, it is extremely important to be on time and consistent and communicate, but we'll get into that later. Maintain a healthy, positive relationship with other students, teachers, and staff, which goes back to the first one of a good attitude and promoting a positive image. Communicate concerns of any sort to your teacher or any other Game Gen staff, remembering that Game Gen is a safe environment where listening carefully is esteemed and very important. So let's talk about your daily routine. There are really 6 key factors in it. Number 1, log in using the appropriate Discord channel. Number 2, check in with your teacher. Let them know what you're going to work on for the day. Number 3, be productive and work on your lessons and/or projects. And don't forget to ask for help if you need it. Number 4, socialize with students. Remember, these are your network. Hang out, make friends, and just always stay positive and supportive. Number 5, check in with your teacher before you leave for the day. Update them on your progress, share screenshots, meet in a chat room if you haven't already, to show off your progress via the screen share option in Discord. And finally, don't forget to log out and you use the same Discord channel that you use to log in. It's really important that your hours are correct and accurate. So logging in and logging out are very, very important. So how about our schedule? Well, we're open Monday through Friday and you can log in anytime from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m. But don't forget to take breaks. We offer multiple break opportunities throughout the day, but of course you are free to take a break when you need to. It's just good to communicate that with your teacher so that they know not to reach out, if you're on your break. Now, Fridays we have a very important 1 o'clock meeting. Now, we highly suggest you attend this. It is necessary if you truly want to be a professional and become the best at what you do, that you follow along with the things that we set up for you. So at Fridays at 1 o'clock, we have the blog review. And this is just where, maybe 2 minutes at most, you'll talk about what you've been working on for the week, maybe what you've overcome, any other barriers that you hit. And if you have anything that you can't figure out, you can always ask it at that time as well. And you'll get input not only from your teachers, but from fellow students as well, who may have already come across that same issue. So it's a fantastic opportunity to support your fellow students, but also just show what you've been working on. And remember that you really want to be courteous to your fellow students. So if they are sitting there waiting for their turn, but listening to what your update is, then you shouldn't leave immediately after updating yourself. You should be respectful enough to stay for the entire blog review. As for our holidays, we adhere to all federal holidays. So just check out, you can actually Google federal holidays and you'll get a list of all the United States holidays, but also you can check out our announcements channel and our welcome channel for those dates. Student attendance policy. So after you miss 3 consecutive days without any communication with your teacher, a phone call will be made by our staff to follow up with you, your family, or your coordinator. If you know ahead of time that you are going to be absent, all you need to do is let us know. It's the reason why communication is so important, as it avoids unnecessary worry and any misunderstandings. Again, Game Gen is open from 8 a.m. until 10 p.m., Monday through Friday, in terms of when you can clock in and out. So you're given the flexibility to choose when you will attend during those hours. Signing in and signing out is made very easy using just the click of a button right on Discord. And just so you know, the hours goal that we go over with you are goals based on maximizing your time in order to make the most progress and continued improvements. As long as you are making progress and communicating, we have no problem working with you and your time, at least to the best of our ability. But if you aren't communicating or you aren't making any progress, it's most likely that we will recommend your services be paused until these requirements can be met. GameGen has a zero tolerance policy. We are committed to providing an environment free of harassment, disrespect, or other unprofessional conduct. This policy applies to any and all students of GameGen, all GameGen employees, teachers, as well as supervisors and managers, and also includes families, care providers, vendors, independent contractors, or any other person who could or may impact GameGen. Prohibited or harassment, disrespectful, or unprofessional conduct includes, but is not limited to, the following behavior. Verbal conduct, such as epithets, derogatory jokes or comments, slurs or unwanted sexual advances, invitations or comments. Visual displays such as derogatory and or sexually oriented posters, photography, cartoons, drawings, or gestures. Physical conduct including assault, unwanted touching, intentionally blocking normal movement or interfering with work because of sex, race, or any other protected basis. And I know that might seem confusing since we are mostly online, but this applies to any in-person activity that you may be invited to, as well as, of course, your online interactions with other students and staff. Threats and demands to submit to sexual requests as a condition of continued employment, participation, or to provide some other loss in offers of employment benefits in return for sexual favors. Retaliation for reporting or threatening to report harassment. And finally, communication via electronic media of any type that includes any conduct that is prohibited by state and or federal law or by GameGen policy. Special incident reporting. So GameGen and its entire staff are mandated reporters under the laws protecting dependent adults from abuse and neglect. These laws require that we file reports and incidents such as accidents, which could be bumps and bruises, reports of abuse or neglect, whether it's physical, sexual, maybe even emotional, and or incidents where the student has harmed him or herself or others. GameGen believes that for the protection of all, a quick and thorough investigation of any allegation or special situation by an appropriate, unbiased third party is required. GameGen will strive to ensure that each of your confidentiality and rights are maintained through the process. Non-discrimination. GameGen is committed to providing an environment that is free from discrimination in opportunity and employment because of race, color, creed, gender, including gender identity and gender expression, religion, marital status, registered domestic partner status, age, national origin or ancestry, physical or mental disability, medical condition, including cancer and genetic characteristics, genetic information, sexual orientation, or any other consideration made unlawful by federal, state, or local laws. GameGen will make reasonable accommodations whenever necessary for employees, applicants, and participants with disabilities, provided that the individual is otherwise qualified to safely participate in the program and or perform the duties and assignments connected with the program or job, and provided that any accommodations made do not require significant difficulty or expense. Now, I know this covered some really serious topics, but it's important information that you are required to know, but also it's really important that you understand it before starting the program. And more important than anything, it's our promise to you that we will do everything we can to ensure you have a great experience doing what you love. So listen, if you have any questions on anything we've gone over so far, please do not hesitate to reach out, and we can't wait to get you started.